Breaking news! Coming in with the latest news for you, the Falcons have made more changes to the roster. The moves just keep going. But before we dive into today's big update, be sure to hit that like button so you don't miss any of the latest Falcons news. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for all things Atlanta Falcons. Okay, let's talk about the latest move for our Falcons. The practice squad is now officially complete with the signing of defensive end Khalid Kareem. This is an interesting addition, and here's why you should pay attention. Khalid Kareem has had a long road to get to Atlanta. After a solid college career at Notre Dame, he was drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals in the 5th round of the 2020 NFL Draft. As a rookie, Kareem showed some promise, racking up 19 tackles, 1 sack, and a few quarterback hits in 16 games. Not bad for a first-year player. But here's the thing, Kareem's NFL career has been plagued by injuries. In 2021, he missed the first few months with a shoulder injury, and in 2022, it was a hamstring injury that set him back. Despite these challenges, he's proven to be a resilient player, bouncing between the Bengals, Colts, and Bears before landing here with us in Atlanta. Now 26, Kareem is looking for stability, and Atlanta could be where he finds it. He has the size and experience, and if he can stay healthy, he could be the under-the-radar talent our defense needs to add some extra oomph. Joining Kareem on the practice squad is outside linebacker Kenny Ogini, our International Pathway Program representative. Ogini doesn't count toward the final number, which gives us a little more flexibility as we head into the season. The Falcons are gearing up to face the Pittsburgh Steelers on September 8th, and with the practice squad finalized, the roster is locked and loaded. So, what do you think of the Khalid Kareem signing? Do you think he can make an impact this season? Let me know what you think in the comments below. The Falcons are wrapping things up as they prepare for their season opener against the Steelers on September 8th. Head coach Raheem Morris seems pretty pleased with the state of our roster, though more changes could be on the horizon. After cutting down to the initial 53-man roster, the team has been hard at work in closed practices, with an open one yesterday to fine-tune the strategy. Coach Morris had some interesting insights into the current roster setup. With the new rules, he refers to our 69-man roster, including the 16-man practice squad, as the best 69 people to help us win games. The Falcons will activate 48 players for each game, 49 if we decide to keep a third quarterback. Speaking of QBs, the recent trade of Taylor Heinicke to the Chargers means we're looking for a new backup to back up Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix Jr. With exciting practice squad movement, with the addition of linebacker Monty Rice and veteran left guard Elijah, who is already making an impact in practice, right guard Chris Lindstrom was thrilled to have Wilkinson back, saying he knew exactly what he was doing, he never missed a beat. Morris also emphasized the front office's tireless work in scouting and evaluating talent, ensuring our roster remains strong throughout the season. With 5 wide receivers on the main roster and 3 more on the practice squad, including standout rookie Casey Washington, the competition is fierce and the potential is sky high. So what do you think, Falcons fans? Are you confident in our roster as we head into the season opener? The Atlanta Falcons are gearing up for what could be our most exciting season since that unforgettable 2017 campaign. I mean, can you feel it? The optimism is practically radiating, and for good reason. This offseason has been nothing short of transformative, with moves that could finally put us back on top of the NFC South. But while we've seen some major changes, it's up to the team to put it all together on the field. So what's all the buzz surrounding the Falcons as we head into the 2024 season? Let's break it down. Alright, let's talk about what we can realistically expect from our Falcons this season. What should the goal be this year? Well, the playoffs are paramount. Winning the NFC South should be the main goal, but with the offseason changes we've made, we're no longer just talking about making the playoffs, we're talking about winning a home playoff game. From there, it's all about the NFC divisional round matchups. Now, we're not ready to crown the Falcons NFC champions, but let's be real, we're on the cusp of something special. If we can win double-digit games, take the division, and secure a home playoff win, this season will be a huge success. Switching gears, let's talk about a potential sleeper on this list that could make waves in the fantasy football world. If you stop to think about which Falcons rookie could make a significant impact this year, one name comes to mind, Casey Washington. This wide receiver from Illinois has been turning heads all preseason, and he could be the hidden gem in our offensive arsenal. Think about it. Who's the Falcons' number 3 wide receiver now? It was supposed to be Rondale Moore, but after his preseason injury, the spot is open. We have Ray and Hodge, but Washington's name keeps popping up for a reason. With Zach Robinson bringing that Rams 11-man offense to the table, Washington could find himself in a perfect position to contribute. Kirk Cousins is known for his accuracy, and if Michael Penix Jr. continues to develop, Washington could be a sneaky addition to your fantasy lineup. While I wouldn't draft him just yet, keep an eye on this kid as the season progresses. And speaking of defense, the addition of Matthew Judon from the New England Patriots might be the biggest move we've made in years. This guy is a beast on the edge, and he's exactly what we've been missing, a solid pass rusher who can get after the quarterback. But that's not all. We also added Justin Simmons, one of the best safeties in the league, who is also being courted by the New Orleans Saints. Pairing Simmons with Bates gives us a safety duo that should give every offensive coordinator in the NFC South a run for their money. While these additions are fantastic, we need to keep our expectations in check. Judon could have a double-digit sack season, or he could end up with just a handful. Simmons will make his plays, but so will Bates, and let's not forget Terrell blocking one side of the field. What we've done is upgrade our defense from 3 top players in Bates, Terrell, and Jarrett to now having 5 with Judon and Simmons. This should create opportunities for our starters and lesser-known players to step up and make big plays. Now, here's where things get interesting. We all knew Taylor Heinicke was a bit of an oddball on this roster, and it looks like the Falcons front office agreed. Heinicke, a homegrown guy with a lot of heart, Heinicke Jr. was traded to the Los Angeles Chargers for a conditional pick. While it's sad to see him go, this move makes a lot of sense. Jim Harbaugh wanted a more reliable backup to Justin Herbert, and Heinicke fit the bill. So what does this mean for the Falcons? Well, it puts a lot of pressure on our remaining quarterbacks, Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix Jr. Cousins hasn't played a single snap in the preseason, and he's recovering from a major Achilles injury from his time with the Vikings. As for Penix, he was drafted as a project, someone to develop for the future. But now, with Heinicke out of the picture, Penix may have to step up sooner than expected. But can Cousins stay healthy? And if he can't, is Penix ready to take the reins? These are the kind of questions that could define our season. If Cousins can return to form and lead this team, the sky's the limit. But if he struggles or gets hurt, Penix could be thrown into the fire, and that could be a defining moment for the rookie. Now tell me, what do you think, Falcons fans? Are you as excited as I am about the 2024 season? Do you think we have what it takes to make a deep playoff run? What about our new additions, Matthew Judon, Justin Simmons, and the potential breakout KC Washington? Also, how do you feel about the Heinicke trade? Do you trust Cousins to lead this team, or are you worried about the pressure on Penix? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from you. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll be covering every twist and turn of this Falcons season, and you won't want to miss a second of it. Go Falcons!